next guest is not only the screenwriter of the #1 box office hit Postcards from the Edge, but she's also the author of a current best-selling book, Surrender the Pink. This is what the book looks like. Please welcome Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher.
Nice. Very nice, Carrie Fisher. My mother will like that.
She'll like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about your mom?
I think so.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's all right with them. Now, I keep reading reviews and hearing things on infotainment programs. Is this movie about your mom, Debbie Reynolds, and yourself? Is it loosely based? Is it not based at all?
Well, it's so extremely loosely based that it's not based. I mean, it's about a girl who was in a rehab. Well, yes, I was, but purely as an experimental thing. I knew I'd write a movie, and so I thought, good subject. You know, a lot of people do drugs. I figure I'll do some going to rehab, and it'll make a screenplay. Isn't that why everybody does them? So anyway, that's what I tell my mom. And in it, she gets a film when she gets out of the rehab, and one of the conditions of the insurance company is that she moves in with her mother. Well, luckily for my mother, I did not ever have to move in with her because I would have been a pain in the ass. So that's what it's about, and that never happened, and there's sort of a lot of conflict between the mother and the daughter. But my mother and I get along fine. But who's going to go see a movie about two women that get along fine, and by the end of the picture, they get along better? Sounds sort of dull to me.
At one time, you and your mom fought a lot?
When I was a teenager, I was kind of a rebellious kind of a gal, not like the nice chick that I am now. Mm-hmm. I've only become nice recently, and only on talk shows.
Yeah.
I'm a real idiot backstage. But we did fight when I was a teenager. She had a lot of problems, and I urgently needed my mother to be all right. And so it was like when she went through a crisis, and my mother was the only person I know that had a nervous breakdown without getting nervous or breaking down. She just moved right through it. I mean, she really is the unsinkable Molly Brown. And so everyone about this is saying, oh, but then Debbie really drinks and this. If Debbie drank, how did she do 40 films and be on the road for the last 20 years, you know? Yeah. So it's like... I did all her drinking for her. And apparently, if you go by the New York Post, I'm still doing it, so,
That's not true.
No, but they had me drinking the other night in a restaurant, like a schmuck. What am I... Sorry, it's the Jewish New Year. But what am I going to do? At this point, I'm going to go down to a restaurant in the Village, and I'm going to booze it up with my editor and my publisher, just to get subject matter for my third book. So I was a druggie, and now I'm an alcoholic.
And that's a serious newspaper. That's not like the Examiner.
Wait a minute. It's not that serious. If they're reporting that, it can't be that serious.
Yeah, but you know, you know my point. I think we read USA Today or that paper, and we assume that it's all true.
Everything's true, yeah. Well, that's why I said that the Postcards is a bit like the Enquirer. It has a little bit of the truth mixed up with a lot of fantasy.
Yeah, and part of the fantasy and the loosely based stuff is that Debbie Reynolds drinks. Because I guess Shirley MacLaine drinks a lot in this movie.
No, she drinks twice when she's upset, but everyone feels like, ooh, we're getting like a little bird's eye view, and then that means that Debbie drinks when she's upset.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't think that she does, but I'll check in with her later. Maybe she'll be upset from watching the show.
Yeah.
I think she only drinks on the Jewish New Year. Because, you know, she had 2 Jewish husbands, and so I think she's earned the right.
Did you ever pour... See, now I don't know what's true. Did you ever pour...
I don't either.
Yes, what's true?
Is this even happening?
Is your name Carrie?
Oh, see, this is true.
Okay, yeah,
Anything that happens after this.
Yeah,
well, I said my book isn't autobiographical. It's a prophecy. So I will be doing all this weird chick sex stuff later, as soon as I can talk to Jeff Goldblum's mother.
Okay, we got to get to that, too. But let me ask you this question to find out if it's true. Did you pour milk in your mom's lap?
Oh, well, that's not in the movie, but yes. No, well, she opened a door, and I had a glass of milk, and it splashed it a little on me, and so characteristically and overdramatically in a show business family, I dumped the remainder of the milk in her lap. She took me by the hair into the kitchen and put baked beans in my hair, which is why I think it has a lot of the nice condition that it does now. Mexican food is excellent for hair care.
Okay, I'll remember that.
And I know that hair is a big topic on your show.
Very important. Hair is very important. And
see, if you'd used the baked beans instead of this hat, man, I think it would have looked well.
No, but you're right. If I came out here with guacamole on my head, I probably...
It would be a look.
Not only would have had good hair.
Suit,
Yeah, it would have worked. It would have worked.
We'd be color coordinated.
I see. I
Monday.
I need a writer like you around me all the time.
I'm here, man. I'm not leaving.
Okay. Now, we have... Yes, she can stay.
We can learn to tap dance together.
Yeah.
I can teach you a waltz clog. I know one.
You know a waltz clog?
Yeah.
Because your mom's a great dancer.
My mom's a great tap dancer, but I unfortunately dance like my father.
Yeah.
I also take drugs like my father.
Ouch. We have a clip. We have a clip we can look at. What's this clip about?
Oh, no. I think it's when Suzanne, Meryl Streep, goes to work on her first day of the movie, and she has to meet and be humiliated by her first set of producers.
Okay, let's look at this.
Tell me about ready for makeup.
Yeah.
Boy, any more people in here, we're gonna need a lubricant, huh? Hey, Ted, thanks a lot. We'll see you out there. Rob, get the door, please, will you? Suzanne, this is my agent, Rob Sonnenfeld. He came by to make sure that we're all A-OK.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, we just came by to say hi and make sure that everything's up to snuff.
Yeah, everything's great.
And we're gonna need a drug screen.
Excuse me?
It's not for us. I mean, we're not worried about you at all. It's the damn insurance company. They just won't cover you without a screen.
I see.
I mean, I understand we're behind you 100%. It's just, it's a formality of the business.
Yeah, I understand, totally. So do you want blood or urine?
I think urine would be fine.
Carrie Fisher back in a moment. Mom seen the movie?
Yeah, we saw it together. She said she liked the fight scene so much she thought we should find a nice staircase and have a couple of ourselves.
Yeah.
So if anybody can recommend any, you know.
That's good. And how are you with the film? Did it come out the way you wanted it to?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best people possible to make it. I mean, you know, what are you going to say, you know? Meryl, could you try a different, like, you know, in that scene? Gene Hackman, maybe try kind of a crazier thing, Gene. I don't know.
You're an actress. Did you ever think at any time about playing yourself?
Ugh, I don't even like to do it in real life, wherever
No.
that is.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to me, it would be like watching a car crash for about an hour and a half. And so I don't like to watch myself on camera. I always think I'm too fat and too something, and there's a puff under my eyes, the post-30 puff that you'll be getting soon.
I had it when I was 8.
And then it just passed?
Yeah, no, I've always been puffy. I've always been puffy like, look, Louis Vuitton.
That's water
right there.
retention.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I always say I'm retaining fluids for Whitney Houston. Well, because clearly she's not retaining her own, so who do you think is doing? Where do you think I get all of this?
It's all with you. Oh, we got to talk about the book a little bit. What's this book about?
I don't know anymore. It's about sort of chick sexuality. It's a girl who's a soap opera writer during this writer's strike who ill-advisedly has dinner with her ex-husband who's in a new, fabulous, successful relationship. So she follows him to the Hamptons where he's living with his new perfect mate and stalks him. It's a sort of a not-so-fatal attraction.
Yeah.
Hides in his closet and, you know, forces a confrontation, stuff like that.
Now-
Dysfunctional mating habits of heterosexual white chicks, you know. Bad stuff.
All chicks, actually.
I think so.
Surrender the Pink. I'm almost afraid to ask where that comes from.
Well, I was on my last book tour, and we were in a hotel room, and a friend of mine who's Italian and an actor, and Jim Borelli, and he burst into the room, leapt on me on the bed, and said, "Okay, baby, spread 'em. Surrender the pink."
usually up on all the current lingo,
I know. Well, there
and that one slipped by me.
I know, me too. I was so thrilled when I heard it.
But
you know,
it's very fly.
it's
you know?
good. You can use it.
Surrender the Pink.
Turn it up.
Yes.
So see, you can use that one at home.
No, don't try these at home. Surrender the Pink. Wow. So there's a lot of sex in that book.
Yes.
You well, now, why did you say it like that?
I don't know, because I probably should have talked to Jeff Goldblum's mother before I wrote it, but yeah. My grandmother said about my first book, she said, I didn't really understand all that chemical dependency stuff, but I understand this. It's about prostitution, which to her, sex out of wedlock is prostitution. My grandmother saw the movie and she said, well, I don't know how they made such a great movie out of such a lousy book. She's not a fan of the first book. This one was all right, though.
Yeah, are you very sexual?
Now? No, I think I just sort of vented it all into that, and now I'm just going to go into a long, protracted, frigid stage. No, I don't think I am. I'm too verbal. I mean, I like to keep it mental, because I always think when I'm in sex, how did I get here? This is so weird. I mean, it is weird.
You think it's weird?
Well, you could be walking down the street with someone, you know, and probably like 13 hours earlier, your face was in their genitals or something, and now... And you're just acting like it never really happened, or it happened, and that was like, fine, thank you. How are you?
Yes.
Just sort of like that made sense.
Yes.
I mean, you know how they call it the two-backed monster?
I've never heard that terminology either.
I'm like
I need
big
a pencil
help for
during
you.
this interview.
Surrender the Pink, S-U-R,
Surrender.
two-backed monster.
Two back. Explain that now.
Or depending, if it's a party, it's probably could be multi-backed.
Yes, yes.
In this day and age, that would be ill-advised.
I think I would like you to stay. You don't have to leave. You should.
No.
Be my Ed McMahon. Stick around.
Okay. I can gain weight and it would still be all right. Okay.
Oh, cause I had cool. Go to something else. Go to something else. The quote in the book, lost her virginity a total of 3 times. Explain that.
Well, if you don't lose it in a way that you like, initially, I think you should keep losing it until it works.
Oh, man.
Don't you think?
Huh?
Don't you think?
Yeah, and mine was messed up. That first time was messed up.
So, man, you know, you could just delay it and just, I don't know, lose it 17 times later when it really works for you. I had an idea it was supposed to be meaningful and beautiful.
Yeah.
And it probably took me more than 3 times to think that. Not that I've had sex more than 3 times.
We'll be right back with Carrie.